The Silk Road was a crossroads of philosophies, traditions and religions, but above all commerce. Bukhara during the 16th and 20th centuries was among the richest caravan cities, with up to 50 bazaars and 75 caravanserais.
Bukhara developed around trade, and its remaining 4 domed bazaars give us a glimpse of how commerce influenced urban development at the time of the Silk Road. We can think of it as a huge medieval hypermarket designed to allow traders to bring their goods in and out easily.
The
city had 11 gates, which led to the centre. At the crossroads, trade passages were built. We call them toks. Also, the roads between these toks were covered with sunshades to facilitate trade.
The bustling commercial heart of the city, with its streets of shaded stalls, caravanserais and bazaars, formed one of the most colourful and cosmopolitan trading sites in the Islamic world.
The main crossroad was covered by a central dome, then smaller domes covered smaller streets. These monumental edifices served as a landmark and protected junctions from the elements, so that the crossroads and the trade would last a long time.
To visit a caravanserai is to open a door onto the past. No more than 10 have survived. Ayaz, right in the centre, has just been restored and is still closed to the public. Caravanserais were more than just a stop along the way, however.
Caravanserais were places to live, to store merchandise and to do wholesale deals. From these large warehouses, goods were sold as wholesale for retail on the streets. Retailers took goods from here and sold them on the street. Caravanserais are cultural artifacts. Maybe they're not as sophisticated as religious buildings because they were meant for civil use, but they have a historical importance.
You could find all kinds of goods in bazaars, but carpets became Bukhara's trademark. The city's 12 ancient tribes are represented in the geometric patterns of the fabric. The intense red is a symbolic colour. Sabina, whose family has been in the business for 7 generations, explains why.
Bukhara carpet is red because in the times of Zoroastrian, people used to pray for fire and sun. So when they were bended so they could not do a fire, sun, they could not see a sun, they used to imagine a fire on a carpet.
Around 20 girls gather here in the morning to learn how to weave following a technique thousands of years old. A carpet can take up to several years to complete, depending on its size, the number of knots per square centimetre and the design.
During 2 weeks' time they'll be trained and they will know how to make a knot. Because to do one knot, you need to move your fingers 8 different times. And after, to be a master, it depends on them, how talented, how quick, how clever they are.
It took me 2 weeks to learn and 3 years to become a master, and I still have things to learn.
Outside the main tourist areas, Bukhara's ancient narrow streets are quieter, but it's still easy to lose your bearings and sense of time.
It's time for us to leave Bukhara's artisans and bazaars to head for remote Khiva for the 3rd and final Uzbekistan life.